Well, look, much like a bad horror movie that you never wanted to see again, that decided to make a sequel, we have we have COVID versus the NFL.
Dude,
Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's back. It
go.
is back in horrible, disgusting fashion. Nobody wants to see it, and here it is, right in your face, and you're living the nightmare.
It's
My
funny because
goodness, here we
these
are.
NFL teams they go into Monday morning, right, to plan for the next team, and right next to it is how do we manage COVID, right? That they've got two game plans popped up here
Yeah.
on how to manage what because of what's happening here, and we were talking about this a little bit. I was kind of putting it out there, some feelers that is it a NFL problem? I mean, yes, it is obviously, but is it also an organization problem? Because it seems to be just some hot spots. I haven't heard
Yep.
much out of the New England's camp, and we know how Belichick runs his camp. He runs a tight ship over there. To surprising matter, I haven't heard anything out of Jacksonville's camp, which is just mind-boggling to me that they have
Nothing.
nobody's. That place is a shit show. So that kind of debunks our whole theory that it's the good organizations
Yeah.
that are
The
that are
better
keeping.
coaches have it tightened down and they're
Yeah,
not playing this game. And
we
then,
don't even have one,
we'll,
so
maybe, yeah, well, that's true. I mean, like, look, maybe it's the weather. Nobody wants to go outside in Boston right now. It's freezing up there. It's disgusting. It's
yeah,
nobody leaves the
that's
house.
true.
It's 80 degrees in Jacksonville. Like, everybody wants to go out and do something because it's December 30th and
30,
it's 80
yeah,
degrees.
yeah.
Just
God,
let's get out of
golly.
the house. Why not? But so that nobody down here, COVID. Like you
It
go out west, you start to it's just spikes of it. Like,
it
it's
could
weird.
not have hit at a worse time. I mean, from firsthand experience with fantasy
Killing
football
people.
with COVID.
Why are we bringing that up? Why are it's a sensitive subject? I was in a rigged league.
Oh my
It
god!
was rigged from the start. You
It was
said you
not.
wouldn't do this. You said you wouldn't do this.
It's not rigged. Steven lost first round of the playoffs. Was it due to
Who
injuries and
shouldn't have
COVID?
been playing playoffs?
Was
Who
it due
shouldn't have
to
been in there in the first place?
was it due to injuries and COVID, or did your team just suck that week? What happened?
No, I had to play the same person back to back, and I just had a rough week. TB 12 threw like 1 yard.
That's right. TB did because of the injuries on his team. So it did
Yes.
impact you. He had like three people go down. He had Leonard, Godwin, and Evans all
And
done,
Evans.
and Brown
Out.
wasn't back yet. So that was a
Yeah.
rough week for you. Yeah. So it's been a huge again for fantasy owners. It's been huge, which is again that's a big moneymaker, right? I mean, it's they manage it well. They're navigating through it as best they possibly can. I promise you, come time for the NFL playoffs. I doubt this gets hushed to the side. They're already trying to get the protocol down to like 10 days towards from
Yeah, to
14 to
5.
10 to 5.
Yeah,
They're
well, they're
trying to
trying
go
to
to
get it from
5.
10 to 5. Yeah, they're trying to go to
They,
5. Well, I mean, they're just following the CDC. The CDC dropped your thing from 10 to 5. Like, it changes every day, but
oh,
the NFL is
really?
just following it, and it benefits them. So they're like, yeah, 10 to 5. That's great.
Oh, wow. I was wondering how Cook came back so quickly. I was like,
One week.
I thought I was gonna have him for another game, but no, that's not the
Yeah.
case at all. So
Yep.
it's gonna slowly get shrinking, and they're gonna find ways to find their way around it. Like if he's vaccinated, do we not have to test him so often? And if he is vaccinated, can we just test? I don't know. They're
But you're
navigating it
talking
through
about
it.
the NFL, like the NFL playoffs leading to the Super Bowl makes so much money for advertisers, for the league itself, for just everything that possibly touches the NFL playoffs. It just makes money. It's never been a revenue loss in any shape or form. So let's find out when the NFL has to stare in the face losing some of their stars going
Stars.
into the playoffs. Are we really that committed to this? But we'll see.
Yeah,
Look,
that's a good point.
we've got people who are coming out of the protocol as fast as they go into it. They're missing one game. We're in what, week 16, 17, I think.
17.
So yeah,
Got
so
two
this is
more.
the last week before it all matters. Yep.